play, What's My Line? And now let's meet this week's What's My Line panel. First, the deeply humorous Soupy Sales.
Thank you. And thank you, Chet Gould. Well, our panelists, the next panelist you're going to meet, not only starred in the Broadway hit Via Galactica, if you got there in time, but her foster mother was the old gold dancing girl. Remember that? The dancing in a cigarette? I know you'd be thrilled. I was. But here she is, a wonderful actress and a nice lady. Would you please welcome Virginia Vestoff? I was impressed.
I'd like to introduce the nationally televised film critic, Mr. Gene Shalit. Did I get that right?
Boy, you got that right. I would like to introduce the nationally televised Arlene Francis.
Oh. You like this, folks, huh? A little something, a little nice something?
Now, here's an absolutely superior actor whom we're lucky enough to have as moderator, Mr. Larry Blyden.
Now, that is a suit you got on there, Arlene. Yeah, Soupy.
No, I was going to say, a lot of people, I don't think, remember the old gold dancing girl. That was in the early days of TV.
Yeah, that was.
That was Virginia's foster mother.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Have I ever lied to you?
Frequently.
Oh.
Listen, you and Arlene with your maroon velvet there could go to a dance and do an act.
We have to get back there because we borrowed the material from them.
Okay, when our first challenger enter and sign in, please. Betsy Howell. Hi, Betsy. Where are you from?
I'm from Oak Brook, Illinois.
Okay. Is Betsy really your name, or is it Elizabeth and you call her?
Annie Elizabeth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Betsy Howell is a champion and the holder of 4 national records. We'll show the audience what kind of record she holds. Okay, let's start with Gene Shalit.
Already I like her because of where she comes from. How far is that from Urbana?
Not very far.
You bet. Great state of Illinois. That's an agricultural country around there. Has what you have done or did or do have anything to do with agriculture?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Arlene.
Are you a champion in the sports world?
Yes.
Are you a champion on land?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Soupy.
Are you a champion in water?
No.
3 down and 7 to go,
What's
Virginia.
left? Are you a champion in snow?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Gene.
Can you do anything Jonathan Livingston Seagull could do? Can you fly in any way?
Yes.
You can fly, eh? With the help of some mechanical device?
Yes.
Are you a pilot?
Yes.
We have to find out what you did. Do you fly one of those little small planes that the Powder Puff ladies fly in?
No.
What?
5 down and 5 to go, Arlene.
I went too far.
Now, we have you in an airplane, but it's not the Powder Puff Derby. Is it an airplane?
No, not
Oh.
technically.
6 down and 4 to go, Soupy.
Well, it could either be a balloon or a helicopter. Is it a helicopter?
No.
7 down, 3 to go, Virginia.
Is it a balloon?
No.
8 down, 2 to go, Gene.
Is it a glider?
Yes.
Yeah, it is a glider.
You remember. Definitely remember.
How about this one, folks? Betsy Howell is the first and only woman to fly completely across the United States in a glider.
How did you ever manage that?
Now, would you tell us about that?
Well, it was the Smirnoff Sailplane Derby, and it's a very important soaring event of the year. Last year it was held in May, and again next year the Smirnoff Derby will be held. And we flew from Los Angeles to Baltimore, or the Washington area, and next year they're hoping to plan to go to Boston.
Now, how far is that in
Ooh, it's
man
about
miles?
3,000 miles, but we did it in several days. You know, we didn't do it all at once. It was done in many
What's
legs.
the farthest you went on any given day?
Well, the legs varied from 250 to 300 miles.
Isn't that amazing?
I didn't always make it, but I always
Is that
attempted.
Smirnoff vodka?
Yes.
And they
wonder you
fought-
fly so well.
As a matter of fact, here's my award. There were 6 pilots invited.
Can you get a shot of this, Lloyd, anywhere? Because it's really quite attractive. You see it? Isn't that beautiful? This is a map of the United States, and that's the glider going across.
I'm sorry I didn't win the bronze one. That went to the first place winner. He was a Swedish man from Eslöv, Sweden, and he is the world champion in soaring.
That's really amazing, though.
Isn't that beautiful?
How high and how fast do you go?
Depends on how much
Well,
you
anywhere from, it depends on the terrain and the day, and anywhere from just a few thousand feet above the ground to, very high altitudes up to maximum, I would say, on that race of, 17,000.
Wow. Do you have any other records?
Yes, I hold 4 national records.
Really?
And the Smirnoff actually helped me to achieve those records because I hadn't had that much cross-country experience. And since then, I've gotten 2 distance records for women, and 1 speed record for women, and 1 speed record against men. So, that was fun.
I once saw Smirnoff's help Soupy win a record all the way across a patio. Gene?
I just wondered if it's far more satisfying to glide than to be in a motor plane. That's what Barlene was asking.
Well, I understand you don't like airplanes very much.
I won't get in any
No,
kind
that's
of
right.
but an airplane without an engine, that's already beyond belief.
Betsy, how did you start flying?
Well, I was dating a very handsome man, and whatever he did, I was about ready to do. So.
Son of a gun.
He's my husband now, so.
That's marvelous. And thank you for being with us on What's My Line. Congratulations. Thank you. We'll be back with more of What's My Line right after this message.
These days, fun managers seem to come and go.
Ask Dawn that one question you've been dying to hear the answer to. I can't remember it right now, but we'll think of it, okay? Don't worry.
Thank you, Chet. We're back, and it's time for our next challenger to enter and sign in, please. Albert Aferiat. Where are you from, sir?
Originally from Algeria,
And now?
from Long Island.
Well, you win some, you lose some. Albert Alfariat runs a shop in New York, panel, and in his shop, he features a $3,000 version of an ordinary household item which you or I would pay $6 or $7 for. We show the audience what it is that's so expensive. And let's begin the questioning with Virginia Vestoff.
Is this thing made out of a precious metal?
Nope.
1 down and 9 to go, Gene.
Then I can rule out platinum Brillo.
You can.
This is found in the house?
It is in a house.
Is it found in more likely in one room of a normal house than in another?
It is.
In its cheap state, which is what I'm familiar with, no doubt, is it a useful rather than an ornamental or a decorative object?
Useful.
Useful. In a 2-story house, would it most likely be found on the first floor?
Probably not. 2 down and 8 to go, Arlene.
I got a kitchen on the second floor.
So it's found on the second floor, usually. Is it something that one would find in the bathroom?
Not likely.
3 down, 7 to go, Soupy.
Well, is it found in the bedroom?
It is.
What is that would sell for $3,000, but they're used to $70 they found in the bedroom?
$7 or $8.
$7 or $8. Well, is it any kind? Is it have anything to do with beds of any kind? I mean, would it associate with beds, like the sheets or something?
It does.
That's it.
Yes.
Sheets?
Sheets. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
You got one.
I did.
I thought Arlene would know Mr. Afariat. He's the president of Porto in New York.
I knew his face, and I kept thinking maybe he was the Shah of Iran.
I would like to ask the $64 question now. Who buys $3,000 sheets?
Many people.
Anybody that has $3,000.
Just hanging
If you've
around.
ever seen those sheets, you'd want one.
Really?
They do?
What are they made, what are they made of?
How many of those a year can you sell, for example?
Sometimes none, but sometimes many in a course of 1 year.
Really, do people buy them in bulk?
Not in bulk, but some people have bought half a dozen of those at one time.
Are they bottom sheets or top sheets?
What are they made out of?
They're
Gold?
made of, no, they're made of linen.
Made of
Linen, not silk.
Not silk, no.
Are
Made
they
of linen.
printed at all or something?
No.
We'll show you one in a minute. Well, first of all, we'd like to know what makes a sheet be worth $3,000.
The time we spend on it. I mean, actually, it's
They're incompetent.
Who spends on it? Good gracious, what have you done to it before we get it?
We worked on it for about 2 years.
You work on one for two. Listen, I think we're going to have to see one. So, could we open the curtains, Lloyd, and let's see some sheets? Let's go up, shall we, Mr. Ferrier?
Oh, it's lacework.
We each get one, huh?
Some.
So
You want my
let's go
address?
over here. Jennifer, we can't see you, but we know you're back there. Pull it up a little bit more. Okay? Now then, this first one over here. What do we have here?
Now, this first one here is a sheet with what we call Beauvais embroidery. It's a very fine chain stitch, and it will require about 7 to 8 months to make.
Lloyd, are you really in close? Can you see the nature of the stitches there? They're absolutely extraordinary. I don't know if you can get in all the way. Does one person work on that one sheet?
Yes. Embroidery is just like writing. I mean, you cannot have two people working on one single sheet or on any single, one item in which you have embroidery. Only one person has to work on it because the stitch will be different.
And that's made of linen, is it?
This is linen, is hand-woven linen with hand embroidery.
Now, is that a top sheet? That must be.
This is a top sheet, and
Now,
actually this is where the price of the sheet is made. The bottom sheet is absolutely plain.
Now, what does that sheet cost?
This one here is $1,750.
It's a bargain when you can get one
Throw
for...
that in the washing machine when it gets dirty?
Absolutely.
Really?
Really?
Absolutely. Yes. There is no problem. The problem is in the pressing, not in the
That's
washing.
it.
And the pressing.
Okay, let's go over and look at this next one here. Look at this work. That's
Look at that. Isn't that
fantastic.
beautiful?
Now, this one here,
Is the camera picking that up? Because it's incredible work.
this one here is an embroidery inspired from a Spanish motif, 17th century Spanish motif, and it's called plumetier embroidery.
Beautiful.
It's entirely handmade, and it will require about 1 year to 1 year and a half to make.
I wouldn't sleep on a sheet that
You don't. It's on top.
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't
A year and a half to make that.
Oh, yes.
Now, how much is that sheet?
This one here is $2,750.
All right, now how about this one here? Look at this. This is incredible.
Now, this is handmade lace, entirely handmade lace, and actually to make lace, a band of lace like that all around the top of the sheet will require about 2 years. Two years work to make something like that.
Now, there's
Because
also lace work in the body of the sheet.
In the body of the sheet, we reproduce actually the work done on the lace itself is reproduced right on the sheet.
And this is durable?
This is very durable, no question about it. Given the proper amount of care, it will become an heirloom.
Now, it's a proper amount of care, I would think. Does royalty buy this kind of sheet?
Yes, royalty buys those kind of sheet. I mean, we actually sell, all our sheets to royalty.
How much?
This one is $3,000.
Now, I must say that, do you want to say something?
Well,
Harvey?
I just want to say that these are exquisite, but of course all the Porto linens that are much less expensive are absolutely glorious to have.
Oh, they're fantastic
And I wish
things,
he
that
had
shop.
some of those here because they're just heartbreaking. They're so beautiful.
I can only tell you, folks, that I have all Porto towels, and they don't come anywhere near $3,000. In fact, my whole house didn't cost $300. But I must say it's a joy to have someone come on the show who really is not trying to sell anything at all, because obviously our listeners are not going to buy $3,000 sheets, but to bring this and let us all see it is very gracious of you, and thank you for being with us on What's My Line.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more of What's My Line after this message.
You have wrinkles and puffiness under your eyes. I recommend...
Oh, we're back? Okay, wonderful. We have a fast round of Who's Who coming up, I think, so could we open the curtain, Lloyd? Here we have 4 gentlemen who have come out of the audience to play with us, a news writer, a stockbroker, a college instructor, and an artist. All you have to do is pass out the card so that each man is holding the card which states his correct occupation. You have 20 seconds. Let's start with Soupy Sales. On your mark, get set, go. Not correct. And here comes Virginia. Vestoff, here she comes. And that is also not correct. And here comes Jean Charlotte. Is also not correct. I'm surprised. I thought that was it. Arlene Francis is now going to fix this. And that is also not correct. And congratulations, you have beat the panel. That's terrific. Now, could you hand them around so we see who is really who? Could you have passed the cards around so we see who's got the which one?
Oh, they were all wrong.
How about that?
Oh, were we wrong?
Wow, how about that? Now, would you tell us who you are, please?
I'm Jim Owens, a college instructor at Coastal Carolina Community College in Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Okay.
I'm Richard Millman, a news writer from New York City.
Okay.
Ken Nicholas, artist, New York City.
Okay.
I'm Bill Herbro, stockbroker from Houston, Texas.
Well, congratulations, gentlemen. You've won $100. We have a special prize for each of you, and thank you for playing Who's Who on What's My Line. Say hello.
Yes, each member of the Who's Who team will receive a Samsonite Silhouette Beauty Case in new wild strawberry color featuring a magic action pop-up mirror. Samsonite, we make travel a little easier. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, thank you. It's time now for the special feature of What's My Line, the appearance of our mystery guest.
You're new, you know.
Are your blindfolds all in place?
Yes, they certainly are.
Gene, would our mystery guest enter and sign in, please? Okay, panel, we'll go one question at a time. Fate's law prevails. We have 2 minutes, and we'll start with Arlene Francis.
Thank you. Are you part of the musical world?
Yes.
Wow.
Soupy?
Well, are you a singer?
Yes.
Virginia?
Do you perform on television?
Yes.
Gene?
But is that your primary platform of performing?
No.
Arlene?
Are you appearing in any club in New York?
No.
Soupy?
Have we ever worked together?
Yes.
Virginia?
You also are in popular music today's music?
No.
Gene?
Oh.
Gene?
No, would you sing good songs?
Yes.
I
I sing bad songs, too.
Do you?
Arlene?
Oh. Oh, I heard something.
I did, too.
Oh. Can't stand it. Well, are you on the operatic stage?
No.
Soupy?
Can I take a guess?
Yeah, but if you're wrong, you're out.
Is it Tessie O'Shea?
No. Virginia?
Are you appearing in anything right now that we could see you in?
On television, you mean, or on the stage? Or what do you mean?
Yes, on stage.
On stage right now.
Yes.
Now.
Gene?
Well, making a big assumption here. Are you a woman?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Arlene?
I'm going mad because I know that voice. Do I know you?
Yes.
Virginia? I'm sorry, we're out of time. Does anybody want to make a guess? Because you fooled them. I think it's gorgeous. This is Tammy Grimes. That's terrific, Tammy. Yeah, last time you were on, you gave it away, but this time they didn't come.
No, I think you're right. You're right.
Now, listen, what are you doing now? You said you had something out that we could see.
I'm doing Tammy the Shrew for the Philadelphia Drama Guild in January.
That's marvelous.
And I'm doing, and there'll be a Christmas special, the Hallmark Hall of Fame, December 14th.
What's that?
It's a play based on a group of stories by Mary Norton called The Borrowers.
Oh,
and it was with Dame Judith Anderson and Eddie Albert and Barnett Hughes and Beatrice Straight.
That's marvelous. Beatrice Straight owned The Borrowers for a while.
Yes, she did.
Did
and
she still?
Finally got it on.
Isn't that marvelous? What do you play?
I play one of those little people.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
That the moles come in and scare.
Yeah.
Now, you've always been one of the busiest actresses on the
stage. And a good tennis player, though.
And a terrific tennis. We did a pilot, and she had to get out there and play tennis with a bunch of people, and it was not her favorite.
Alan Zeus, I shall never forget that. You know, the man that sells peanut butter.
He was funny and
He was
good.
Extraordinary.
Tammy, listen, you going to come back and play with us?
I'd love to.
Okay, why don't you come be on the panel sometime?
That'd be fun.
That'll be terrific.
Okay.
Then we'll see you soon. Good luck, sir. We'll be back with more of What's My Line right after this message.
Toll-free minutes.
Challenge.
The other evening, I saw Joanna Simon, who was on the show, and she told me that Jack Benny called her and told her that he had seen her on the show and that he liked her on it. And he told her, she said, that Jack Benny and Mary watched the show all the time. And I can only say that in a time when most of the sounds of people having fun on television are laugh tracks, that we all owe so much to a man who has brought so much genuine laughter to us all, that if we can provide him and Mary with a couple of giggles, it's our pleasure. Thank you very much for being with us. We'll see you around.
This is Chet Gould speaking for What's My Line, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This Francis Gowns by Bon Witella. This program was recorded.
Warm up your pickup lines and check out the dating game with Jim Lang at 3:30. But first, settle down for the Newlywed Game, only on Game Show Network.